Yes, sir.
What did you feel like over the first half of the season were the biggest adjustments to playing consistently in the Big Ten?
For myself or as a team? For myself, I would say just, I had a lot of MAs. Like I'm still learning a lot. So just trying to, stay on top of film, stay proactive, and just do the right things throughout the week. And each week I've been getting better and better and better. So playing a little bit better.
I'm Burns from 24/7 Sports here. When you look at last week's game, Fleck talked about how he thought that might have been one of the best linebacker performances that he's seen in his time here at Minnesota. So what clicked for you into the bye, and then what clicked for you on the field on Saturday?
I say the bye, just getting on top of my body, mentally, just kind of figuring things out. It gave me a little bit more time to just sit there, sit back, and see things and understand things of what I got to fix and stuff like that. And yeah, like you said, he said that it was one of the best linebacker performances. I do think statistic-wise, I had a good game, but I feel like there's still a lot I got to work on. I had a couple of MAs in that game, and so yeah, we just build from there.
Randy Johnson, Star Tribune. What has Cody Lindenberg meant to you, teaching-wise and everything?
A lot, like a lot. That's like big bro. Like that's my brother. Like he's like a big brother. He takes that role serious. He helps me every single day. He helps all the linebackers, the whole team, the whole defense. Today earlier, he got on me because I didn't sprint off the field at practice. So like it's every single day. He just helps me. Sometimes it's hard. Like you got somebody nagging in your ear all the time, but it means a lot to me for real.
One of the things that Rossi's talked about with you is details, and that your details have really improved. So when you think about that specifically, what has changed for you that you've taken the next step there?
I'd say just being proactive, like I said, with film study, taking care of my body. Like last year, like I would just kind of like roll out of bed and go to practice, or just roll out of bed and try to do things, and that's just not how it works at this level. Like I had to learn, like you have to take care of your body, you got to study film, you got to do these things, you got to, do the right things in school and outside the field or outside the facility, and all those things add up and they mean something. So like I said, I'm still not satisfied with my details. Like I can be way better than what I am, and each day I'm just trying to get better and better.
What were your takeaways from those two kind of explosive plays, those blitzes, or forced fumbles and recoveries, those two plays in Iowa State?
The missed sack.
What's that?
You saying the missed sack?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I meant a lot. Like I was that one hurt, but I know like I couldn't. I missed it. I was upset, but I knew I had to snap back to the next play because we can still stop them. But yeah, we just that drive that they had. It was just details. Like we had a couple flags, a couple MAs. Like me, I had a missed sack. And those are things you just got to build on. Like you can't just think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like once it happens, you got to flush it away and get over it and just move on to the next play.
When you were able to get home and generate that forced fumble, were you just keying in on the running back on that play and he stayed in, so you crashed?
Yeah. Yeah, that was exactly what you just said. But I did mess up. I jumped in the air. Like you're not supposed to jump in the air. But I got lucky having to get a hand on it, and it went how it went.
How would you describe the will linebacker position in a Joe Rossi defense?
Details. You gotta. It's a leadership role. The Mike has a little bit more of vocal leadership out there, but the Will does too. But those two spots are like you need to be on top of your stuff. You need to, get your side of the defense right. And it's just it was a big adjustment, like coming in here as a freshman from high school, because high school is more just see ball, get ball. Like once you're in the box, like it's a lot of things you got to see. But like Rossi's smart. Like he's a guru for real. Like he knows what he's doing.
Joe was up here last week talking about maturation process for young linebackers and how when they come in they want the answer, and then as they work with Joe, he tries to make you guys answer the question yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You felt like you've adjusted to that.
I feel like I did good with that. I think last year was like, and a little bit coming into this year, like before the season started. But last year was like when I kind of got the hang of that. Like I know I gotta provide the answer myself. Like my freshman year, I was sitting there like I'd be upset when I had an MA, and I'm like, oh, can you just tell me what I did wrong and we just move on? But like last year it was more. Well, freshman year it was too, but last year I was like, okay, like I get it. Like I know I gotta figure this out, so I know what to do. So yeah.
What brought you to Minnesota? What was the recruiting process like?
I say Rossi and Fleck. Like those two guys, like I can't even describe it. Like when I tell you, like this program is such a developmental program. Like, I know it sounds like coach speak, but like it's real. Like, I think the reason I chose Minnesota was like I knew it was a place I needed to come to like develop into a man, like develop into a better person. And I don't know, that was my decision making process.
You and Maverick have been kind of thrown into the fire together here this season. How have you kind of seen your relationship grow with him, both on the field and off the field?
Yeah, we've connected a lot. Like, he came in last year. And like obviously like you get close at, you know what I'm saying, you're practicing every day. But I think being out on the field together, like it's us two out there and like we're young, we haven't been out there yet. But I feel like we're just learning each week. Like we're never scared, we're never gonna turn away from anything. Like we're just gonna go head first. And that's what he does for real. Like he's gonna run in there head first. Like he gets me pumped up, I get him pumped up, and it's fun.
Hey, Devon, you and Maverick probably had your best game together last game. Is it just getting more experience, coordinating your efforts, things like that?
Yeah, yes sir. It's definitely getting more experience. Like being out there, like you get more adjusted as you go on. Like the first game we were out there, it was a little bit jittery. Like we're seeing stuff for the first, like not really seeing stuff for the first time, but it's the first time you're in a stadium, like surrounded by, you know what I'm saying, thousands of people. So, but like as we go, like now we're not even worried about that stuff. Now it's more of like, okay, we got to fix the inmates. Like we're here, like we're supposed to be here.
You talked yesterday about the team needing a confidence boost in Iowa, showing that you guys can do it and be that type of team. How did you feel like that kind of helped you guys collectively?
I feel like it helped us a lot. I think most of us were confident. It's just we had to just come together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had to lead each other. We had to help each other, like, be there for each other and play as a team. Like, play a lot more as a team. And I feel like we went out there in Iowa and we did that. Like, it was fun. Besides that, like, they had that one bad drive, but we just snapped right back, like I said. And it was fun. It was real fun.
What have you seen from Michigan State on tape?
Explosive. Real explosive. They can come out there and beat us. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're not on top of our stuff, like, they'll beat us. So as long as we just do what we're supposed to do, like, we're confident we're going to go out there and we're going to do what we need to do and get the job done.
What was your experience with the Pig on Saturday?
Man, it was fun. I mean, like, I feel like it meant a lot to get that win, especially, like, in my perspective, it meant more to me as, like, seeing Mariano, like seeing guys like Mariano, seeing guys that like lost that game, like seeing like after we won the game, that's when I was looking around, I was like, you know what I'm saying, like this is serious, like this is real, like this was a crazy win. And but I mean obviously I took the game serious and stuff like that, but I think after seeing the emotions and seeing just how much it meant, it was just like I felt it even more. Like, it was fun. It was good.
Have you seen PJ that emotional after a game?
No, I haven't. I haven't.
Anything else for Devin? All right, thanks, Devin.
Thank you.
Come up to Iowa City.
Yeah.
I mean, why Iowa City for that big of a family and affair, and what did it mean to put that kind of performance out in front of them?
Right. No, it was an amazing feeling to have. I think I had about 20 plus tickets in all with family and friends. But I think Iowa was because like I think that was the only game my parents drove to. They typically fly up to, but that's the closest to Kansas City. Iowa's like right over there, and so it was a big road trip. They don't want to travel everybody because my family got kids and everything. But it was nice to have all my family there and being able to showcase and do something that hasn't been done in however many years. But it was a great feeling to go out there and do that in front of my family and in front of my grandmas too. It means the world.
Can you take us through that 39-yard catch that set up the winning field goal?
Oh, yeah. We had called that play earlier in the game, and I think that's the one when Corey had caught. But I don't know, somehow they had called it incomplete. But we knew we had the look that we wanted, and they would show us again. And Coach Harbaugh did a great job of dialing it up. And we just went out there and executed with details. And Athan put a great ball out there with pressure in his face, and he just, with a flick of the wrist, he just let it drop on the dime. And so just really going out and executing as a team was really what happened.
Did you try to lift the pig, Daniel?
Yeah, all week we go about like lifting 100-pound dumbbell or 100-pound plate. And, so we've been practicing for it. So, yeah, I was able to lift the pig up in the locker room. Yeah, I had to.
One of the things Harbaugh has talked about with you this year is your details have come a long way since even when you first got here. When did it click for you that if you were going to take the next step on the field, everything right off the field and in the practice room had to be the next step?
Right. When you see that it works, and then you do it in practice. You can do it in practice, but like the goal is to translate it to the game. And when you're able to translate it to the game, and you see the product that comes from using details and fundamentals in the game, like going back to Nebraska game, like fundamentals and details, and then you see what comes out of that. So just being consistent with those things, so you can have ultimately good production and good product on the other end of it.
Daniel does have class, so we'll just have to call for our last two questions here, so we'll go ahead.
What did having a couple of touchdowns at Michigan State last year do for you personally?
That being really the first game back off of my slight injury I was doing, it was a great confidence booster, and it was something that propelled me into the rest of the season. And it's also, kind of like you look back and you watch the film from last year, and it gives you confidence knowing you're going against the same guys and in the same team and same looks. That it just ultimately does give you confidence knowing that you've done it before and you can do it again.
Do you feel the coaching staff trusted the passing game a little bit more in the second half on Saturday?
I wouldn't say. I just think we went about executing and whatever was working and finding ways to exploit the defense. And maybe that called for more passes in the second half. But I think the coaching staff just does a great job at being able to find what's working and sticking to it.
One more for Ryan.
When you watch back the entire offensive film from Iowa, how close do you guys think you guys are in the passing game to really have it click for a full 60 minutes?
Oh, I know we're very close. We see all the opportunity that's out there, and maybe it's like just a smidge, a slight detail, or a slight anything that's just maybe not have allowed us to reach it yet. But we always strive to put together a complete game, and but you see it all over the film that there's opportunity for us to go out there and execute and be the offense that we want to be.
All right. Thanks, Daniel.
All right, appreciate you guys.
So this season, what have you felt best that you've improved upon, and what's the biggest challenge or current challenge you have as a quarterback and a leader?
Yeah, for me personally, I feel like I've just become a better leader. I've become better in preparation. I've had a lot of experience in these past, 7 games, a ton of experience. It's I wouldn't say it's hard, but it's worth doing. Being with the guys through all the ups and downs, going through big wins and big losses with my brothers, because they are my brothers. I spend every day with them, so I'd say it's a journey. It's definitely a journey. It's all about taking this the right step, the step in the right direction, and I think that's something that's very important. So I think about that all the time. So yeah.
Do you feel like you, in a weird way, learned more from some of the setbacks as opposed to some of the victories?
Yeah, coaches tell me this all the time. You could do as many practice reps as you want, but you need game reps. Game reps are the best way to learn, is doing it live. So, of course, you learn. I think I learn more in the setbacks than I do the wins. I learn more from my losses, and I'm thankful for them, because without them, I wouldn't think the way I do and want to do the things I want to do with my teammates. And my teammates would they'd say the same exact thing. So the losses are something to be grateful for. Of course, we hate losing, but we're thankful for them, because it put us where we are now, and we have an opportunity to be just super grateful, and we are. So.
Athan, what do you feel like needs to be done to bridge that small gap you guys feel like needs to be done in the passing game?
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with me. But it's just, just constant repetition, constantly being on the same page. Me knowing 100% of the time, where to go with the ball, whether or not I know the look or not. There's going to be times in a game where I'm like, what's going on here? But, just being 100% certain with where I'm going to go with the ball, if something does break down or if it's what I want to see. And then them understanding, I'm going to get the ball in these certain situations, and they do. They understand when they're going to get the ball, when they're probably not going to get the ball. But the play's never dead. Until the whistle blows, the play's never dead. So it's just all of us being on the same page. And I think that will close the gap. It's, them knowing exactly what I'm going to do, and then me knowing exactly what they're going to do. And it sounds a lot easier said than done. But that's something we work on all the time. I communicate that with the guys. But I mean, before a play, I'll be like, we're on the sideline. I'm like, hey, if we get this look, the ball's coming to you, so be ready. So yeah, just constant communication.
With the deep ball specifically, where do you think that has to improve?
Yeah, it's complicated in some scenarios. A lot of that has to fall on me, but it's the deep ball is complicated because the way it could be covered sometimes and the way it could be open is like, you know, it's a deep ball, of course, but the defender could be in front of the wide receiver, but it's a deep ball. You got to put it right over the shoulder. If you put it in front of him, it's an interception. If you put it, just a little bit behind him, it's an interception. Or the defender could be behind him. In that case, you have to put it in front of him and flatten him out with that route. The one against Iowa, I flattened him out a little bit just because he was, so open. But I think that has to do with just me. Honestly, that's something that I've been working on. Going into the season, I knew that we were going to take shots, so that was something I worked on a ton of. But connecting, that falls on me for sure. I mean, guys are open. I just have to make the play, and I know I'm capable of making the play. I just got to go, execute it. So.
Second half, you came out throwing the 4 passes right away. What kind of confidence do you feel that coaches showed in you there?
Yeah, they showed a ton of confidence, of course. We know that we had to do whatever it took to win, and we wanted to come out attacking. And I put the ball in my hands, coach. I'll go do it. So that's the mentality I kind of have, and how I approach the game is that if it falls in my hands, I got to go execute. So that was just my mindset going into the half.
And how do you guys feel like you guys have adjusted coming off a huge win? You have to transition pretty quickly.
Yeah, for sure. 1-0 in the Iowa season. Put our leather vest on Sunday. Watched film. We made a ton of mistakes as an offense. I made some mistakes too. But we put our leather vest on, man, and we're just excited to play Michigan State. They're a very good team. So, of course, the Iowa win was a great win for us. We were happy to do it. But we know that we still got a lot of games left to play. Michigan State's a very good football team. Despite what their record says, put the record aside, they got a ton of talented guys. I mean, they fly around. So we know that we have to play our best in order to win this game. We can't play how we played against Iowa. We can't. We have to play better. We know we have to play better. We have to change our best, and we're going to do that. So.
Athan, I know you guys are confident in yourself, but is there some satisfaction going down to Iowa? You had a few doubters going down there and playing a good game, playing a tough game against a good team.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's satisfaction. I'd say that we go into every game looking to win. So, it hasn't been done in a while, for sure. We haven't beat Iowa in a long time, but we go into every game expecting to win. That's just that's our mentality, to go 1-0 and, whoever we play that season. And that was the Iowa season. We were focused on going 1-0 in that season. Now we're focused on going 1-0 in the Michigan State season. So, yeah, that was a great win. It meant a lot, for sure. A ton of emotion, but it's time to go 1-0 in the Michigan State season.
Jordan Dubin might be getting his first significant game action this weekend. How would you describe him as a running back?
Yeah, I mean, he's super athletic for his size, and just he came here as a defender, and now he's he got transitioned to offense. He's a super athletic running back, and I think when it's time to go helmet to, or shoulder pad to shoulder pad, like he's gonna win that battle, 1-on-1 battle. So I love that man. I mean, he was my roommate. He's one of my closest friends. Known him for a long time. I'm super excited for him to get the opportunity. I mean, he's already played, but just for him being the opportunity he's in right now, I'm super happy for him. But he's a great player, and he's gonna show he's a great player. So I'm really excited for him.
One or two more for Athan, if anyone's got it. All right, thanks, Athan.
Thank you, guys.
Why do you Gopher against Iowa? So when you hear something like that, do you think it was the best game you've played?
Yes, so far. As far as like the season goes, as far as like intensity and being able to focus as much as I did within the game, I felt like that was. But there's still a lot of things that I needed to correct as far as like a D tackle standpoint, and not only that, being able to rush. There was a lot of things that I could have did better in the rush, but
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of things that I did great in the game. I felt like,
Jalen, what have you seen from Devon Easter this season?
oh man, he's really stepping into the role that we need him to. Devon, he's really gonna be a great guy moving forward as we continue to grow as not only this team this year, but in the future teams. He's really taking not even leaps, bounds forward from where I've seen him before he first came in. Like it's crazy. It's really a testament to him and his growth.
Iowa had moved for over 200 yards the previous two games, and you held their tailbacks to 33 yards last Saturday.
Mhm.
What clicked for you guys up front to be able to shut them down?
It was just mainly just doing our assignment. There were some details in the weeks before that we just didn't hit, and I felt like that we honed in on the details and the execution this specific game, which I mean, it was every week that we come in to prepare and to practice, we always think about one game championship season, and we took that to another level when it came to Iowa. Not because it was Iowa, but because it was the next game. So it was just because of that.
What type of confidence do you take out of a performance like that?
Confidence. I mean, we just took, like I said earlier, just the preparation. I mean, when it comes to preparation, that just gives you more confidence, and we prepared not only because of the bye week, but I mean the week leading up to Iowa. I mean, we prepared pretty well, like at an elite level. So I mean, that gave us all the confidence that we need to believe in ourselves and believe in the system that we installed. Believing in Coach Rossi and the game plan that he's prepared, and believing in Coach Fleck and the words that he gave us for the week.
Jalen, you guys just had a shutdown defense last Saturday. Did you work on anything specific for the Iowa game, or was it just kind of stuff coming together throughout the season?
Yeah, of course, since Iowa was the first game after the bye week, we talk about drawing a line in the sand. There was a lot of things that we needed to do better, and we ended up honing in on the lessons that we took away from the first 6 games. So it was just simply that.
Coach said there was a lot of emphasis on tackling and finishing your tackles and things like that.
Oh, yeah. Of course, when it comes to linebackers, D-line, and the DBs at all 3 levels, we had to do a better job of tackling. D-line, I know Coach Debo at the beginning of practice looks at specific drills that we need to focus on when it comes to tackling. Coach Rossi does that for the linebackers when it comes to pressing the hip, wrap and roll, sweep the ankle, bite the ball, stuff like that. And then, of course, DBs, they got shoot tackle. So,
You and Danny did the same sack celebration afterwards.
yeah. Bro, I was actually I knew someone was gonna say that today. You should ask Coach Rossi that too. He said that I did a terrible job of it. I want to see his reaction on the media. So
When we get him in 10 minutes, let's hear the player side of it first. What's the story behind it?
yeah, so essentially just hitting the curveball. So when it comes to Iowa, there's certain things that they do that we had to focus on, and I felt like that we ended up focusing on it. They like to throw curveballs at people, and that's what Coach Rossi was initially focusing on. So it was just essentially hitting the curveball. So me and Danny ended up doing that as a celebration. I don't know if anybody else did it. He said Danny did it better, so that was really awesome. But everybody bought into it and ended up coming out with an elite victory. So.
Jalen, how do you feel like you guys are turning the page to Michigan State?
Yeah. Of course, now that Iowa's been over, we're on to the next one-game championship season against Michigan State. So when it comes to them, I mean, we're just focused on us as a team, what we can do better as a team. What didn't we do our best versus Iowa that we can work on this practice week. So, I mean, like for D-line, we need to find better ways to rush the passer better and be able to fit the run way better. Linebackers, they got their own thing, and DBs got their own thing. So, I mean, it's just being able to do the details and the execution better. Simple as that.
Anything else for Jalen?
All right, thanks, Jalen.
Yeah.